Yeah, I would say, there was a level of discrimination. As I said, it's you're already at the mercy of the employer. If our employer is understanding, because we don't have robust laws against discrimination, we are really at the mercy of the employer in that regard. If your employer is forward thinking and understanding, and you know, and you could have that conversation, you find it could work. On the other hand, if your employer is not forward thinking and understanding, you don't have really any protection. That's, you can be managed, what they call managed out. Um, you know, you can face all kind of thing, not being allowed to go and get not being allowed to go and get your treatment. So, it really does depend on I think at this stage, because of the laws that we have, that we don't have, or the weakness, I think the weaknesses in the Equal Opportunity Act. It's there and it exists, but it's not robust enough. You're already at the mercy of the employer if you do have mental illness. I think my biggest challenge at this I think my biggest challenge at this point, um, because of course I've also publicly self-disclosed for 5 years. I haven't had a regular um job in 4 or 5 years. So that comes with its challenges. I got out of university pretty on the older side, so I got out at my 30s. I'm now in my 40s. So, I mean, where I'm supposed to be in my career progression, obviously I'm not. So that brings its own set of challenges. Of course, now because of factor and so on, it brings in another set of challenges is that you can't access certain things that other people can. So, for example, whereas before courts would take your ID and whatever credit, now you have to have either um, a job letter or business registration. If I decide to go the self-entrepreneurship route, unfortunately, the Companies Act prohibits persons with mental illness um, from registering or opening a company. It's actually in the act. People have been asking me for the past 5 years because I'm not aligned with any NGO. They've been asking me, well, why don't you open an NGO? And last year, unfortunately, in the parliament, that option was also ruled out with the passage of the NGO Act, which also prohibits persons with mental illness from ever being in a position or opening an NGO. So, I mean, my life chances are basically if I get a job, if somebody gives me a job or whatever. But I will not be on the fringes of. I will not until I get a job. Um, I'm not able to explore alternate ways of making an income on the up and up legally, and being able to progress, being able to get access credit, do the things that most people want to do in their 40s, maybe build a home and so on. Those things are the bad to me because of my situation, which is through no fault really of my own. I'm not saying that I'm the 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 the, the express best employee in the world, but the fact is the barriers that I've faced are barriers that other people don't face. And strange enough, even to an extent, I've seen now where they're now beginning to employ other persons with disabilities. Um, if you ever heard of something called the hierarchy of disability, it is something where some disabilities are seen as more, I don't know, more friendly to able-bodied people than others. So that you find that everybody knows about Down syndrome or autism, and it's the ability to draw. I'm not taking away from them in any way, but you find that mental illness now, because of the type of specialized laws and the specialized things around persons with mental illness, you find out that the level of discrimination is even higher, and because of both the legal and the attitudinal barriers around it.